Hi, I've got your energy stories for the second week of November 2022. Well, last week I noted Avangrid had asked the Massachusetts Department of Public Utilities to put off any contract decision relating to its offshore Commonwealth wind project for at least 30 days, citing cost pressure stemming from the Ukraine war, supply chain issues, and inflation, and to give it and the purchasing utilities time to explore options that could make the wind farm financially viable. But the utilities then indicated that they have no intention of sitting down at the table again. In response to these comments, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker said he doesn't want the 1,200 megawatt offshore wind procurement process to collapse, saying he's open to the utilities and Avangrid reopening discussions, but that he doesn't wish to see the procurement process restarted or the bid reopened. Stay tuned on that one. In more promising offshore wind news, the U.S. Bureau of Ocean Energy Management finalized 2 wind energy areas in the Gulf of Mexico off Texas and Louisiana, totaling over 680,000 acres. In general, renewables had a really tough third quarter, with just 3,400 megawatts of new capacity commissioned in Q3, down 22% year over year, according to American Clean Power. Project delays were largely to blame, with solar supply chains a particular challenge. 14,000 megawatts of projects were delayed in Q3, with total project delays now at 36,000 megawatts. Only battery storage installations avoided the slide, boasting a 227% growth rate over the prior year. There has been some good news with large projects, however. Google said it will ink a 942 megawatt power purchase agreement with SB Energy for power from 4 of SB's Texas-based solar projects. The energy will be generated by US-based First Solar's thin film panels, and it will support Google's Midlothian, Texas data center by mid-2024. Turning to the decarbonization of the generating fleet, DTE Electric filed its recent integrated resource plan that includes $9 billion of expenditures on 4,400 megawatts of solar, 1,000 megawatts of wind, and 760 megawatts of battery storage over the next decade. The plan would also convert 2 units at DTE's 1,270 megawatt coal-fired Bell River Power Plant to gas by 2025 and 2026, and retire 2 coal-fired Monroe Power Plant units totaling 1,535 megawatts in 2028, 12 years ahead of schedule. The utility expects to achieve net zero emissions by mid-century. Similarly, Xcel Energy said it will stop using coal across its 8-state territory by the end of 2030 and will specifically accelerate closure of coal units at its 1,067 megawatt Tolk generating station in Texas by 2028, 4 years early. It will replace that asset with a resource mix including wind and solar near the plant site. On the West Coast, SunPower, the University of California, Schneider Electric, and Southern California Edison are partnering with KB Homes for its new Energy Smart Connected Communities in Menifee, California. 219 all-electric residences will be solar-powered with SunPower solar arrays and 13 kilowatt-hour individual battery systems connected to a microgrid with its own shared, larger community battery. This project was supported by a $6.65 million Department of Energy grant, and all houses will meet the DOE's Zero Energy Ready Home criteria. All homes will also be pre-wired to be smart electric vehicle charger ready, and some will demonstrate bidirectional charging. Also on the customer side of the meter, the Texas Public Utilities Commission approved an 80 megawatt aggregated distributed energy resource pilot, and a number of state utilities have already said they'll participate. Customers with combinations of generation, energy storage technologies, or controllable load under 1 megawatt will be able to participate in wholesale power markets. Sticking with the customer side of the meter, Puerto Rico will soon see a 17 megawatt virtual power plant consisting of 7,000 residential solar and battery installations developed and operated by SunRun. The aim is to minimize outages and improve power quality on the island's electric grid. And finally, EV charging and energy management solutions company Wallbox opened its first North American manufacturing plant in Arlington, Texas. The facility will produce over 250,000 units in 2022 and 1 million by 2030. During the ribbon cutting, Wallbox demonstrated its Hypernova, a hyper-fast DC charger with up to 400 kilowatts of charging power that can deliver up to 100 miles of range in just 5 minutes. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.